First of all, I just want to send our love and thoughts to Dr. Dale and his family. You know, Dr. Dale was here when I was a player, and he's been here ever since, and he's been an integral part of our athletic department, and he's done stuff with our team, so thoughts and prayers go to him. Being there in Cameron tonight was a special experience. You know, coming off a loss, I think you think about our program and what it means to me, what it means to us. It's not necessarily that we're perfect, but when you get knocked down, you get right back up. And it doesn't always translate to a win, but I thought that was our attitude going into tonight's game. And we played 9 guys, and all 9 of them made some winning plays. And you know, so proud of the effort, proud of the response. You know, we didn't practice on Monday because we were getting back from Portland and had a 1-day prep, and our focus was just to take what we learned against Purdue and bring it tonight. And so happy to answer any questions, but really proud of the effort. I thought Cameron was incredible. We've never had a whiteout before. I wasn't sure how I felt about it, and I feel a little better now about it. And we'll see if we do that going forward.
Coach, talk about what you saw from Derek tonight. You know, defensively, he's the same he's always been, but offensively, probably his best game of the year. Just talk about what you like.
You know, I hope for all of these freshmen, not just you guys, but anybody is patient with them, because look, Derek and Derek, they miss the most crucial part of any time of the year for freshmen, and that's the preseason. And they missed Derek over a month and Derek almost 3 months. And so for them, they've been working hard, and it's going to take them some time. And so for Derek, it's only been a few weeks, and I just love the mindset, how he keeps working. I thought the way he fought on defense in the Purdue game, he took a huge step. And then tonight he did the same thing against Key. And then for him, it's just getting comfortable, developing his offensive game. And in fairness to him, we've missed him. You know, one of the best things he does is he puts pressure on the rim in pick and roll. And our guards, like Jeremy, hit him on a lob. You know, he actually hit him on a couple plays tonight. That's something we need to look for more. And so again, he's just got to stick with it. Really proud of his effort. I thought it was a huge jump. He's rebounding in traffic more, and we just need to keep building with all of them.
John, you guys were up, I think, 10 at half, and they kept clawing back in the game, but I don't think they got it closer to 5 or 6 a couple times. What did you like about the way your team sort of kept responding and holding on to that lead every time they tried to push back and get momentum? Yeah,
I mean, besides the Xavier game, I thought this was the best, actually including the Xavier game, I thought it was the best we managed the game. We were playing games, and now we're learning how to win games. And so when you have a lead, you don't play the same way if it's a tie game or if you're down. And Jeremy thought he did a really good job. Tyrese, Jalen, when he was in, just controlling our team. And in those moments, they make a little bit of a run. We have to really execute and work it on the offensive end. I thought we did that. And then down the stretch, some crucial stops were really important for us.
John, very physical game. How do you think your young team, your freshmen, responded to that level of physicality?
Yeah, they responded. I mean, there's still some plays where we need to finish better through contact. We get it right by the rim. You just need to gather and take your time, and there's some finishes for us to be had. But I just think for all of them, their mindset of just, when you get knocked down, getting right back up, and I'll always be the same way. Our team, I'm just proud of them for doing that. Mark Mitchell, I didn't think it was his best stuff tonight. He comes in and hits a big 3. He's playing defense on their best player, ensuing the whole game. Derek thought took some really good strides in that first half. He gave us a jolt just by what he did, hitting the 3, defending, the offensive rebound. And that's the thing we've talked a lot about, not just scoring, but how do you win? And you win by rebounding, you win by defending, and you win by making others better. And so those guys did that tonight.
John, Roach, Grandison, and Young were on the court pretty much all the way down the stretch. How much with a young team, does it mean to have experience like that you can put out there in those kinds of situations?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And really our team, they complement each other really well. And so different situations, we can have a better defensive group, more versatile defensive group, and we can also put a lot of shooting on the court. And I just thought Jake, look, this is how it could go all year long, but probably didn't play him as much as I should have on Sunday. Plays 8 minutes, positive attitude. He comes back and has a heck of a game. He really comes in, and really, I talked about it, Joel, he really gave us a big one. You know, had 7 quick points and had great energy, and so it's going to be like that for this team. You know, for this team, whether we start the same way or not, doesn't mean we're going to close the same way. Doesn't mean it stretches if all of a sudden we get on a run, and then we can go with a different group. And you know, that's what I think is, you know, what this team is all about.
Jon, after the Purdue game, Kyle and Jeremy said you guys sort of came together, recalibrated your identity in terms of like, hey, we are a big team and we need to take advantage of that. We need to play to the front court. What was that process like, and what sort of buy-in did you see that sort of reflected itself out there?
Well, I think it was the first time we really had a chance to see our team coming together a little bit. And when you have everybody, that's, I guess, what that does. And so one of the strengths of our team is, look, we're as good as anybody in the country with offensive rebounding. We have guys that can score down there. You know, Kyle's a handful. Ryan's been great all year, and then Derek is starting to figure out, you know, especially he does it in a different way, but how to put pressure on the defense. And then we probably settled for too many jump shots. And so for us, just understanding we need to play inside out, we need to fight for the rim. And I thought Jeremy did a really good job just attacking and getting downhill. I'm pretty sure that's the most free throws he's had in a game. And I think that's a credit to how he drove the ball. You know, Tyrese, 6 free throws. I think that's the most he had in a game. And probably the most telling stat, I mean, Flip drew 6 fouls, Jeremy 6, Tyrese 5, Ryan 3. Puts pressure on the defense doing that. So we'll have to learn and adjust how different teams play us, but it was a good step playing to our strengths tonight.
Coach, you talked about the importance of hustle for your squad. With 3 minutes left, Ohio State recovered a loose ball and they sank a 3 to cut it to 5. How much does a play like that sting? And is this something the team's going to be seeing in film?
Absolutely, it is. And look, those plays, you're on the verge of being able to really make it. Not to say you put them away at that point, but you know, you need a couple stops and you can really put it out of reach. And you know, they're a tough team. Like, they're not going to go away easily. And so being engaged and making sure you're aware off the ball, that's something we'll continue to learn. But we did that tonight overall. Like, we came up with some, you know, key plays and key loose balls, and we'll continue to learn. We have a long way to go. We can get a lot better. But really proud of. Again, I'm proud of the effort.
How valuable were the 2 guys that played in a Big Ten game before Sunday for you?
Yeah, huge. I mean, Ryan, some of those rebounds he had down the stretch. I mean, one, he was, you know, reaching. I didn't know he was that flexible. I don't think any of you thought he was that flexible either. And that was big time. And then Jake, just his poise, you know, outside the, you know, a couple turnovers in the first half, he is great poise and really moves the ball. You have to guard him when he's on the floor. And, you know, they came through for us tonight. So, not surprised, but everybody needs to be ready any given night.
After playing 2 Big Ten opponents, how prepared do you feel your group is for a conference game on Saturday?
And well, it's crazy that we're already playing conference games, and we knew this would be a really tough stretch, and I think the tendency is, you know, you want to let up. We can't let up at all. I mean, we know Boston College is going to be, again, a physical, tough team, and we'll dive into them tomorrow. But really, I think this preparation has been incredible. You think about the teams we've played, the scrimmage we had, I think it's prepared us well for the rest of this year. And really, I mean, we've played different kinds of teams. Like Ohio State, they're physical like Purdue, but it's a different kind of team. I mean, obviously they don't have Edey. But that's something, I think the more games we're in like this, the better we'll be down the stretch.
Talked to you Sunday about Jeremy just playing his toughness, playing through the injury, coming in and out of the game. How did he handle that, you know, away from practice and everything, and then play so many minutes tonight?
Yeah, Jeremy has done a great job, and he's one of those guys I knew if there was a chance for him to play, he was going to play. And, you know, he didn't practice the last 2 days. He just, you know, got treatment, and our staff did a great job just taking care of him and getting him ready. And I thought he actually, I think a couple times he got stepped on or he, you know, jammed it. The toe can be a tough thing. But just his willingness to drive the ball into games, and, you know, I thought he had just a great command and as good as I've seen from him. So, you know, he stepped up big time as a leader. Thought he showed what his character is all about, and, you know, I think he'll only build from this.
All right, Jon, thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you.